Bhagavad Gita.
Excuse me, Maharaj. Can you say just few words about importance of Harinam? Because you are minister of
No, I'm not
Sankirtan and
this rumor is not correct. I'm just a member of the World Holy Name Week Committee, and I'm the facilitator of the ISKCON Kirtan Standards Committee. But it's not. There's a plan to form a World Holy Name Ministry of some kind. It's only a plan. And, I don't know if it'll ever fructify. Say something about Harinam Sankirtan. You were supposed to interview me in a few days.
but just few words, just.
Не сказал.
Speak good English. Many of them are learning English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harinam Sankirtan.
Еще скажи, хотели попросить у него,
We were
может он
just
может нам предложить
just
какие-то.
talking to Brahmananda Prabhu last week. You may have heard of Brahmananda Prabhu.
Disciple Prabhupada.
He was the first devotee to collect. He was the first devotee to dance on Sankirtan. Tompkins Square Park. And the Harinam started in New York, but it started in San Francisco on the street, doing street Sankirtan. In New York they were doing in the park. And they started in the street in San Francisco. And it was Guru Das who had the idea to go in the street and going to see Prabhupada. So let's sing as we go. So they're doing kirtan as they're going to see Prabhupada. And they're chanting outside. Prabhupada's staying in a room somewhere. Chanting. And chanting was very simple. Now it's very complicated. It was very simple. Clap the hands and dance. And Prabhupada said to Brahmananda, he said, what's the right way to lead the kirtan, Prabhupada? And Prabhupada said, you lead so that you never get tired. You can dance forever. You can carry on chanting as well. As long as you can. Don't just like exhaust yourself quickly. So you can pace yourself nicely. Keep going. And focus on the holy name. Hear the holy name. And the holy name will do everything. So when Guru Das was outside Prabhupada's room, he was staying in an apartment somewhere, away from the temple. Prabhupada came to the window and started waving. And Guru Das thought Prabhupada was telling him to go away. Sometimes Prabhupada would tell him, it was disturbing, go away. So he was a little disappointed, so he started to then Prabhupada sent his servant, told him, no, come back. Prabhupada was very pleased to see that you were chanting in the street. And then they started to do regular chanting in the streets. And practically speaking, Prabhupada said, it is practically speaking how we spread this movement. If we want to make new devotees, then we must perform Harinam Sankirtan. And the Harinam, as you are doing, must be accompanied by book distribution. They must go on together. It was the case when I first came to the temple in 1971. Within about 14 minutes, I never met a devotee. I didn't know anything much about Krishna consciousness. Within 40 minutes, they had us out on Harinam Sankirtan. Everyone who came to the temple, no matter who they were encouraged to immediately go out on Harinam Sankirtan. No matter who they were, whatever they were dressed as, whatever they looked like, come on Sankirtan. And immediately we're out on, I didn't know what was going on, we're out on Oxford Street. Sankirtan, Harinam. Half the door is doing books, half the door is chanting.
Кто-то повторял, половину повторяет, половину не
That was the program during Prabhupada's time.
Программа во время Прабхупады.
This is basically speaking, this is the movement's main activity.
Очень говоря, это было
Many times Prabhupada said,
миссия, главное служение.
Harinam Sankirtan, this is our life and soul.
Санкиртан — это наша жизнь и душа.
Prabhupada even wrote to one senior devotee who was having a little difficulty.
Старшему преданному одному, у которого были проблемы.
And he said, the solution for your problems is you have to go out every single day in public on Harinam Sankirtan. That's your first priority.
Это твой первый приоритет.
Secondly, Baba said,
Во-вторых,
your sadhana,
твоя садхана,
chanting, and then your service.
повторение,
But
потом твое
first
служение.
priority said was to go on Harinam
Это выходить на
Sankirtan.
Харинам Санкиртан.
He was having some
У него
difficulties.
были проблемы.
Prabhupada was specifically giving this as his remedy.
Дал это лекарство.
That this is the Yuga Dharma. The Yuga Dharma is not japa.
Югадхарма — это не просто
Yuga
джапа,
Dharma
не
is
джапа.
Sankirtan.
Это Санкиртан и
Vigay
Югадхарма.
Sankirtanam Praya.
Это
It's congregational chanting.
это совместное воспевание.
And this is what we'll call, this congregational chanting is what will change the
То, что мы
world.
начинаем вот совместное воспевание, то,
Change our hearts,
что изменит
change
весь
the
мир,
world.
изменит наши сердца, изменит мир.
This is most, although it may not be seen by some as being
Можно не видеть
a priority,
как приоритет.
it is actually a priority
Но
for all of us.
это приоритет для всех нас.
Performance of congregational chanting is the foremost, most important activity of our society.
Совместное воспевание — самая главная цель
Whether it's
нашего
on the
общества.
street, whether it's in a hall, whether it's in a home, whether it's in a
На
temple,
улице, дома,
wherever it is,
храме, где это,
this is our primary
не имеет значения.
service.
Главное — это наше главное служение,
Primary
первое
service.
служение. Самое главное.
One time in Mayapur,
Один
one
раз
devotee
мой
was sick,
преданный заболел.
and early years, maybe 72,
В ранние времена, может, в 72
and
году,
Srila Prabhupada
Шрупада
was very intimate with the devotees.
был очень интимный с своим преданным, очень близок.
There were only a few devotees in Mayapur.
Очень немного преданных в то время.
And Prabhupada asked the devotee how
Он
he was.
спросил преданного, как ты себя чувствуешь.
Prabhupada was sick.
Я
Prabhupada asked him
заболел.
what they were doing.
Он сказал, что делали.
He said they couldn't do anything.
Ничего не можно делать.
All they could do was chant.
Все, что мы могли делать, это повторять.
And Prabhupada said, what do you mean you can't do anything?
Как так ты ничего не можешь делать?
That's the most important thing.
Самая главная вещь.
But because you cannot do it all the time,
Потому что ты не можешь делать все время.
therefore I have to think of so many things to get you to
Для
do,
этого мне нужно подумать столько много вещах,
just
которые
to
ты
keep
можешь,
you out of trouble.
чтобы ты просто мог им заняться,
Otherwise, we would
сберечь.
simply kirtaniya sadhara.
А иначе это просто
Chant.
киртаниса, да, хареги, постоянное повторение.
So one way or another, just keep chanting.
Тем не менее, повторять, продолжайте повторять.
Sankirtan means also complete,
Санкиртан
full,
означает полноценное, полное,
Sankirtan. Always chanting,
всегда
Tatam
постоянное
Vidyaka.
повторение,
Always chanting my name, glorious.
всегда повторяем мои имена,
We want to
в
be
моей славе.
empowered to spread the Sankirtan movement.
Те, кто
It's not
есть сила,
mechanical only. It's not simply mechanical.
это не просто механично
Going out on Sankirtan on the
выходить
street.
на Санкиртан, на улицу.
Wonderful sacrifice, wonderful
Это
service.
прекрасное служение, прекрасное.
But even when we're not on the street,
Даже если мы не на улице,
try to continue chanting the holy name.
продолжайте распространять,
Whatever we're doing,
повторяйте святое имя.
whether we're in the bathroom, the
И
kitchen,
даже в туалете,
toilet,
на улице,
wherever we are,
в ванне, где мы,
keep chanting the holy
не
name.
имеет значения, повторяя, продолжать повторять это именно.
It becomes automatic that we're
Это
chanting.
станет автоматическим.
We're not depending upon the
Не
situation.
будет зависеть ни от ситуации.
We used to get arrested every single day on that.
Нас арестовали каждый день.
Every day the party would be
Каждый
arrested.
божий день наша
For
группа
weeks,
была
months.
арестована.
Be thrown
Недели,
inside the
месяцы
jail,
кидали в тюрягу.
come out again,
Так,
suddenly we
выходили,
start chanting.
сразу
In
начинали
the jail we
повторять.
would chant.
В тюрьме
In
повторяли.
the court we would chant.
В суде повторяли.
Never stop chanting.
Они никогда не продолжали.
Prabhupada said,
Никогда не
even if they try to
Прабхупада сказал,
put a tax on our chant,
Даже если нас
we will
поставят
not
налог,
stop chanting.
мы не остановимся.
And if we can, we'll pay the tax and carry on
Мы
chanting.
заплатим за налог и будем продолжать
The
повторять.
chanting must carry on.
Но повторение должно продолжаться.
So maybe you have to adjust place,
Может быть, надо
time and circumstance.
время, место, обстоятельства должны какие-то
Keep chanting. Everything else will go away.
продолжать повторять. Все остальное изменится и уйдет.
The holy name chanting will go on.
Святое имя должно
That way
продолжаться.
we'll be preparing ourselves and others for the test
Тем
of beyond
самым
life.
мы подготовим себя и других,
When our time comes to leave this body,
когда мы
the holy name will
уйдем это тело.
automatically be vibrating
Святое
in
имя
our
автоматически
heart,
будет вибрироваться в нашем сердце.
in the heart. Keep chanting,
Сердце.
keep chanting.
Повторяйте,
Chant
продолжайте.
with all your hearts.
Продолжать повторять в
Through
сердце.
your life. You're young, mostly young men now.
Ну, все практически
We're
молодые.
very
ребята.
fortunate.
Вы очень
When I look back and I see in the
удачливы.
beginning, when I first joined, we would go to the
Я смотрю
Harinam.
на себя, когда я первый раз пошел на
And
Харинам.
then hardly for
Потом-
20 years I was able to go.
Потом очень было трудно последние 20 лет ходить на Харинам.
Maybe once or twice a month.
Может, один-дважды в
Book
месяц.
distribution,
Читание
collecting money,
книг,
temple management.
собирание денег.
So many
менеджмент.
things.
Столько много вещей.
When I was getting older, it's more difficult.
Я стал становиться
When you're
более
young,
старым.
take advantage of
Молодой,
this.
бери все преимущества.
We see that practically speaking,
Можно видеть
in
практически
the
говоря,
late 60s and early 70s,
в поздних 60-х,
Harinam,
ранних
street
70-х,
sankirtan was the primary activity of
Harinam
almost
на
all
улице была
devotees.
первой деятельностью во всех храмах мира.
And you see how
Вы
powerful,
видите, как это было
how
мощно,
powerful
как
so many
мощно,
of those devotees of that
какие мощные
era,
те преданные той
how
эры,
powerful they are,
какими
how
сильными они были,
effective they are
какие эффективными они
in their
были.
preaching. Because
Это
the
проповедь.
performance of this yogya, this sankirtan yogya,
Это сакиртна яга.
years, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, 6, 7
8,
days a
9,
week,
10,
Every
7 дней
day.
в неделю, каждый день.
going out on the street in
Выходить на
winter,
улицу зимой,
the summer, the rain,
летом,
the snow,
дождь, снег.
no matter what.
Не имеет значения во всех погодных условиях.
This is their purpose of life.
Это цель нашей жизни.
Hare Krishna.
Харе Кришна.
Take advantage, please, while you're young.
Пока молодые, берите
Touchstone
преимущество.
opportunity.
Философский камень, это камень
It's
желания.
gold, it's touchstone.
Это не просто золотой, это камень
Sankirtan
желания.
is the most merciful,
Санкиртан это
safest place to be.
самое
Lord Chaitanya's
лучшее место, где
Protection.
жить, самое защищенное место.
keep in the sanctum,
Оставайтесь в Санкиртане.
chanting.
Оставайтесь,
And
продолжайте.
dance as much as you can.
Танцуйте сколько сможете.
Chant and dance.
Повторяйте, успевайте.
Chanda says by this simple process,
Очень
Lord
просто
Chaitanya has
сказал.
given this gradual Chaitanya
Что нам
by
сказал.
Vishnu. In this simple process, Kevala
Простой процесс.
simple process wants to attain all perfection.
Может дать любое превосходство, совершенство.
Dancing and chanting.
Это повторение. И танцевать.